It's 2025 and Geometry Dash 2.2 is finally out. But wait, the servers are down.
Oh no, what will we do?
It's fine, let's go try out the new 2.2 levels.
These are also bugged. There's chaos. People are complaining and RobTop is doing nothing about it. Okay, maybe not quite, but actually that makes me wonder, how will Geometry Dash really be after 2.2? Let's set the scene. It's a wonderful day outside. Creators are working and players are playing, until suddenly there's an update.
Must be a minor bug fix. Let me go on Twitter and see if there's any announcement. Wait, is that...
Suddenly, there is excitement. Hundreds of thousands of players begin downloading the game and the player count spikes. At the same time, the servers start heating up. Many start testing out the 2.2 features while others play the new main levels. Veterans of the game return to check out the update but are quickly overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things. Soon after, thousands of levels get uploaded. The servers start heating up even more. RobTop, being tired after a whole day's work, is heading off to sleep. Little does he know, his servers are about to go down. As new players play the thousands of levels that were uploaded, the servers begin shutting down. Hundreds already are affected until complete failure.
They shut down, you can't play any online levels.
Oh no, does this mean I have to go outside?
What's worse is that the only person that can fix it is asleep and people are mad. Discord goes wild. Twitter, which to be honest is always like this, goes wild. The world goes wild. The future of the game looks dark and no one knows what to do. The next day, RobTop wakes up and spots the issue. He quickly updates everyone on the situation and gets to fixing it. In the meanwhile, countless of YouTubers are working on milking this update dry. There's never been a better opportunity to make a bank. 2.2 update. Oh my, what are these numbers? Anyhow, while that is going on, the servers get fixed and you can now play online levels again. Great. This means that the first 2.2 levels can get rated and they feel very weird. It's like a flashback to early 2.1 and 2.0 where the updates were so overwhelming that people didn't know how to properly create for months. And if those were overwhelming, imagine 2.2. Luckily, however, the experience people have obtained from the 2.2 private servers has helped in keeping the quality somewhat consistent. Better than whatever this is, at least. But that 2.2 private server experience has also made players experienced in using game-breaking bugs. It doesn't take long before hundreds of players showcase their newfound bugs and upload them to the servers. This makes the recent tab the worst it's ever been since early 2.1. Anyhow, while creators are making their levels and, well, breaking them, players already are trying out the new platformer mode to see what interesting difficulty gimmicks they can make. Not only that, but the idea of speedrunning has entered people's minds, and they begin brainstorming ways to do so. The rest of the day goes by similarly, but the next one has an announcement ready to be announced.
Attention to all GD players. I have come here to inform you that there will be a creator contest for one of the 1,000,000 gauntlets RobTop has planned. Your goal is to build a good level. Good luck!
Yeah, not even 4 days have passed and there's already an official creator contest. So much is going on. People begin working on their entry using the 2.2 editor. New creators attempt to join in before they realize that already established creators are just going to obliterate them. However, all this action isn't exactly all too positive. In fact, it makes some players quit. Yeah, this update isn't for me. Hope you have fun though. Man, everything is so complicated. I don't know what I can do anymore. I'm overwhelmed. I miss 1.9. It was simpler back then. And it makes sense. The amount of content in 2.2 is basically all the features we've ever had in one update. It's too much to handle. The way I described these first 3 days was chaotic, and that's because I really think that's how it'll be at the start. The next few months will go by in a similar way, until...
Remember the gauntlet contest?
Yeah?
This is one of the entries and it looks stunning.
I've never seen anything like it. This is so fun to play and to look at. This is revolutionary. It seems like a creator actually managed to use the new 2.2 features for good, rather than to flood the recent tab. It's as Vibrant would say, a revolution. And it seems that this isn't the only level that's amazing. Cool platformer levels start to appear and make for some very interesting minigames. It's like some limits have been broken, and the possibilities have truly been made endless. Because of that, new talented creators begin popping up and make some very interesting things. While that is happening, platformer players separate themselves in a way from the others. While not big yet, they start forming their own community, and now seriously have started planning even more ideas than before for speedrunning. That's for later though. Now that the clickbait content has come down, thank gosh, new more engaging YouTubers start appearing. But more importantly, Let's Players start playing the game. Yeah, it seems that 2.2 has gotten so big that even the news has caught up to it. Oh, would you look at that, it's DanTDM and he has just made a video on it. That means even more people are going to download the game. While many of them are small kids that just want to play the game for fun, some are curious and take it more seriously. In the meanwhile, some sort of side is being made. The ones that do take it more seriously begin interacting with the community. This means that not only does the game have more downloads, but more community members as well. Of course, however, this isn't without drama. Many people start getting annoyed by the influx of players and begin starting campaigns against them. Which I mean is stupid, what are you gonna do? Ban people from playing the game? Anyhow, luckily this non-issue exists between a loud minority and not the majority, so it can mostly be ignored. Remember the website I was talking about? Well, it got finished. It's a new demon list, but not for levels we've been used to. No, it's quite the opposite. And if you guess platformer levels, you'd be wrong. Okay, no, it actually is platformer levels. Sorry about that. Due to this, thousands of players begin sweating over to see who can have the #1 hardest platformer level, as they're so new that it is accessible pretty much to everyone. And it doesn't take long before hard stuff appears. But this list isn't like the old one where it has a simple point system. In fact, it includes certain rankings depending on how fast you beat a certain level and get placed on a certain leaderboard for that level depending on your time. Terms like world records start getting introduced, and people start competing with one another to see who can get the best time. This as well attracts a wider audience that is interested in these types of speedruns. Some may get bored easily and stop shortly after. Others may main this mode. There are so many new people in the game and now all specialize in different things. There's never been a better time to be in this community, and there is so much to do. It's been a whole year now. I've seemed to have forgotten about a lot. What about 2.3? Oh no. A year has passed and no signs of 2.3. Not like it matters much as I have no idea what else you could add, but it still is a bit worrying. What if 2.3 becomes 2.2 version 2? Okay, I have to think of a song sneak peek. But what song do I use? Wait, I know. A new song sneak peek has dropped and people are trying to figure it out. What could it possibly be? Okay, so we have a clock, that probably means time. Then it seems we have a rabbit, which is leaping. Oh no, is this Time Leaper? Oh gosh, not the 2.0 flashbacks. Yeah, it seems the song for 2.3 is gonna be Time Leaper by Hinkick, which honestly is quite a banger, too bad it's used everywhere. People catch up onto this and now we move on to phase 2 of the clickbait, 2.3 news. That feels cursed to even say. Channels that I won't name get even more views than they did before due to how big GD has become. It's now a race to see who can pump out the most videos in order for them to pay their rent. But while that is happening, RobTop is thinking of a new development method for the near future. It's a pretty interesting one that actually seems to be pretty common, but he still hasn't finished planning it. Anyhow, as tons of YouTubers upload 2.3 related videos, the state of Geometry Dash YouTube is split. Most people think it's fine, as there are countless of other GD channels to keep you entertained. But a minority thinks that the end is near and that GD YouTube will be an endless void of clickbait. Of course, however, nobody really thinks this will happen. However, it still has some players worried. But something that is even more worrying are the bugs. While before people found interesting and weird glitches that messed up the game for a short period of time, now they've found ones that truly are dangerous for GD. This leads to many players abusing them to gain advantages, whether it be completing many levels instantly or account breaches. This means that the chaos RobTop has been trying to avoid has become reality. And while some think he's going to fix these bugs and update the game to 2.21, instead he announces his new small development team. Hello everyone, I have come here to inform you that there will be a few new people that will help me work on Geometry Dash. Their jobs will mostly be to fix bugs and make certain optimizations, but they will also make suggestions for the future. Thanks for listening. The thing we've been waiting for years is finally here. The bug fixes release fairly quickly and further optimizations are made. The game finally looks like it has a bright future up ahead, with tons of things in the works and with 2.3 in the horizon. Of course, this is just all speculation, but it's hard to see a dark future for Geometry Dash after 2.2. The amount of content we'll have will be enough to keep us interested for years to come, and with a community as dedicated as this, it's hard to imagine that we'll ever run out of things to talk about. Maybe one day this game will see its fall, and inevitably, one day it will. But for now, we can look to the future with optimism and hope for the best after 2.2. Goodbye!